Hello everyone. Recording this segment from my stream to as we go through the new banners and the recent banners as well. We're gonna go through 4 different banners in this recording. So the most recent one we have is the school day banner. So we have Ginny, Selma, and Will. And then for the other banner, we have Red, Souchou, and Shuzer. So we'll go through the first banner first with the Genie banner. Alright. Um, well, Selma first, I guess. So Selma would have Howl Knife, which is an AoE, E damage, can be awakened to 0 BP. She also has Balloon Pierce, single target, 6 BP, and then self-heal medium effect. And then Piercing, what's this? Piercing Illusion. So it's single target, and then it gives everyone BP plus 1 for 9 BP. For her ability, weak damage, damage up, extra large effect, and then every turn ends BP plus 1. And then the next one is weak damage. When doing weak damage rather, she would buff herself with heat up medium effect, maximum 5 times per battle. And then when taking damage that's considered as a resist, she would buff herself with defense up medium effect, again 5 times per battle. The last one is so when getting attacked, she would mitigate damage large effect, and then every turn starts, she would buff herself with heat up medium effect. So she has 2 sources for heat up, one for dealing weak damage and the other one every turn starts. So she would have medium effect, so I assume that would be 10% each. That would be a total of 100% by turn 5, assuming she does a weak attack, hitting the weak point rather. So that's her source of quote-unquote tension for damage. So I think if you have the Saga Soul Selma, so it would be really helpful with this Selma style, especially in dealing with a lot of damage. Next one is Genie. So Genie is, what is this? Fua Fua Castella, so fluffy Castella cake. So I think what she's holding is a Castella cake. Fua Fua Castella is a single target heal. So they have started this with the Halloween banner where rather than using LP when using a heal skill, they would limit that, like say this one, she can only use that 3 times per battle. So it does a C rank of healing that can be used 3 times per battle. It doesn't say whether it's fast or not. The next one is Impact Call. Impact Call is AoE blunt damage, and then buffs herself with Taunt small effect for 4 turn. The last one is Heart Meadow Meadow Voice. So Heart Meadow Meadow Voice is like heart. I forgot what Meadow Meadow is. I'm sorry, but Heart Meadow Meadow Voice. So it's row. Yeah. So that's a row blunt. When the attack hits, there's a chance to inflict charm large effect for 4 turn. So for those that are still lacking any confuse or charm for Domafa remembrance battle, so Genie might be your ticket to be able to be successful in the battle better. And then so first ability, so the first one is turn starts medium chance. She puts herself in a counter in a dodge stance, and then heals herself with HP medium effect. So both of those effect for 25% chance. The second one is when hitting the weak point, damage, weak damage, damage up, extra large effect, and then when taking a resist damage, she would mitigate the damage with extra large effect as well, and then protect high tension. So this one, I would say, pretty weird because one, she doesn't have much of farming other than impact call, and even then she can only use this twice per battle. She can use once the row attack SSS for 9 BP. So I think it would be good to have something like Delta Petra plus on her, but that's really outdated, especially now that she has this one, Impact Call. But I think this one is more for Remembrance Battle, especially knowing this one can inflict charm on enemies, so Domafa if anything. Last one is Tycoon Principal. That's the title, Tycoon Principal Will. So the first one is Cure Fire. Cure Fire is single target heal for small effect. This one doesn't have any LP usage, which is good. I'm sorry, so it's not a single target, but rather he does a single target heat damage, and then he would heal himself with small effect. That's the one, I'm sorry. And then the second one is it's an offensive hammer skill, AoE, and then gives everyone strength buff, small effect, so 6 BP when awakened. And then last one is Tamashi no Uta, so soul song, I guess. So that would be 3 LP. I think this is the same as, who was that, the Saga Soul Fire Mage from Saga Frontier 2. She has this one too, right? The Soul Song. So it's AoE, moral up, small effect for 5 turn, and then AoE every turn ends with give everyone HP regen with extra small effect for 10 turns. I forgot that one. It's the Saga Soul with Julia, I forgot Rich's wife and the Fire Mage. So the Fire Mage in that Saga Soul banner has this one too, the Soul Song. And ability. So ability, first one, turn ends, medium chance for everyone to be healed, extra small effect, and then everyone cure any ailments inflicted. The second one is gives everyone buff for blunt damage, medium effect. So I'm not sure if it's a buff or a passive. It sounds like it's a passive. Eleanor, that one, thank you. So yeah, it's Eleanor who has the same Soul Song spell, if anything. And then this will has Scrum Guard. So, you know, Scrum Guard is always good to have in a hard battle. But, you know, the problem with this will is really you would need some skills from his either his UDX style or from his previous style to be really useful in battle, because if anything he would be a strength buffer with the second skill. He would be able to cast Soul Song at the start of the battle, and then after turn 10 you won't have the HP regen anymore, and then he would just be using Cure Fire if anything. So good in a way, you have Scrum Guard, but Will should have some kind of extra ability, extra skills rather to use. Alright, so I think Ginny and Will are both hard content characters. Ginny's kind of inclined with Remembrance Battle, and then Selma is more for farming and, well, I think more into the 5-turn DPS battle, because her design is more into by turn 5 he should have at least 90% attack up with the heat up medium effect. So yeah, and then not too bad as well on hard content, because she can be a BP battery if anything for 9 BP. So yeah, that is Selma and Ginny and Will. Okay, next one is for the red banner. So we have red, first one, it's a healing self, can be used 3 times per battle, self heal, and then self attack boost, large effect for 4 turn, so it can be for 0 BP. The second one is single target blunt, and then after doing the attack he would follow up with an AoE, D damage, that's AoE blunt as well. And then last would be an AoE, blunt and slash. Pretty basic, I would say, at where the point is for red. Um, let's see with the ability. So he has protect high tension, and then when doing a weak damage, increase the damage by large effect, and then when hitting a weak damage, he would get himself with BP plus 2. So he has some BP battery in him. However, the problem is, he's just damaged. There's not much utility in this, unlike, say, Onsen Alkaiser, where he has Final Crusade for healing, for example. And then second one is gives everyone damage up, small effect. And then the second one gives everyone mitigate damage, small effect. Then the last one gives everyone that's equipped with martial arts damage up, medium effect. So I would say this would be advantageous in Remembrance Battle because of the, that's where you would have a full party of martial arts characters, and then protect high tension. So I would say the abilities are good. It's just that the skills are pretty mediocre at where the game is at. So if anything, you would need some kind of extra skills for him to use. With global exclusive red, he would be able to inherit Hummingbird. So he would keep on buffing himself with agility, given the enemy doesn't cleanse buffs. Okay, next one is Shuzer. So Shuzer has dual Clawbit, which is AoE, slash and pierce for 0 BP. Second one is a fast AoE blunt, and then it would give everyone moral up, small effect for 1 turn for 6 BP. Last one is orbital Clawbit. So excuse me about that. Orbital Clawbit is AoE, slash and pierce for A damage, 10 BP. So I think this is a little redundant with the first Shuzer style, and what Jer and I were talking about earlier with Shuzer kind of lacking on single target. So he has the dispatch Clawbit with the first Shuzer style. So if anything, you would want to have that in this style if you want this style to have some kind of single target skills. For ability, turn ends, BP plus 1 to self, battle starts, BP plus 2. Second ability, battle starts if it's an odd turn, he would get an attack boost to himself, extreme effect for 1 turn. If the battle starts on an even turn, he would give everyone attack boost, large effect for 1 turn. So that's pretty good, because I would say in farming that would be helpful, especially if you need that little damage boost that you need to be able to clear the enemies faster. So the attack boost definitely helps. And with the odd and even turn, so there's kind of a leeway where Shuzer would be able to take down 1 round, I would assume, and then the others would take down the next round, and then so on with Shuzer again. And then tension 7. So tension 7 is, I'm trying to count. Tension 5 is 20, 6 is 30, 7 is 40, I believe. Yeah, 40%. So this one is maximum effect, not just extreme effect. Okay, last one is Souchou. So Souchou is, I don't know what this is. Shuryudan? I'm sorry if I misread that. So it's AoE, C damage. And then next one is Bound Shot. So this is what Jer was saying earlier about Shuzer kind of missed the bus with Bound Shot Plus, because Bound Shot got upgraded to a 6 BP SS damage, single target SS damage for blunt. And then this one, Oreni Yakasero. I don't know what that means, but yeah. It's a support skill, it's a delay, and it's used to self. It can be used in a battle 1 time. So buffs himself with heat up, medium effect, and then gives everybody else except Souchou BP plus 10. So yeah, there should be some kind of niche use um with the BP plus 10, but yeah, one time per battle for 15 BP. Okay, ability. First one, turn starts, medium chance, give everyone BP plus 1, and then give everyone attack boost, large effect for 1 turn. The second one is turn starts, self heal, extra small effect, and then self dex up, medium effect. And then he has Iron Wall 6, which is 50%. Yeah, 50% defense mitigate. Ah, okay. Thank you, Jer. So Shoryudan is grenades. Let's see. Sorry. I'm curious now. Ah, okay. Thank you, Jer. So yeah, that's the banner. With regards to Socho, I think this is the first one where a unique Saga Soul character um has a romancing fest style, wherein I don't know. Looking at Socho's kit, so you can't use the skill number 3 for from Saga Soul to here because it's either you gotta use that or you gotta use this because it's both so well I think you can use both because that one is LP has 3 LP cost. This one has 0 LP cost but can only be used one time per battle. So that's a good thing, and then other than that, not so much to um not so much uses for the Saga Soul one. Um this one has a pretty decent AoE that can be used for farming if anything. So not really required, but it would be nice to have the Saga Soul style with this style. Alright, that's the school day banner. Let me know your thoughts about these two banners. Alright, thank you so much. Stop recording.